And welcome back to Suikoden. So let's just stay at this inn. Stay. Oh, and he's a nice guy. Not much of a good plan, but it's a plan. Oh, looks like the old-fashioned jackboot thugs arrived. Damned. Time to run. Oops, what's this? Nice little graphical thing. A secret passage to underground tunnel. And there's a bunch of characters. Well, the fact that he's already been labeled traitor, so why not just be for real? When you get labeled, become it. Yeah, he is actually seems quite cunning. Most likely he would not approve. And Victor seems so cynical, and Humphrey says nothing. And he seems quite reasonable guy, that chances too. Nowadays it seems some sort of basically young person with a lots of idealism, but not that much of a competence to pull the plan off. Oh, and a bandit. Luckily he didn't recognize. Yep, I guess that was something we did. And what I find kind of unpleasant in this is the fact that the what would be the word? Yeah, the time, finding out the time frame of these games, these events happening may sometimes go a bit wrong, because I would expect there would have been several days since, well, raiding the bandit headquarters, and this, or at least few days. Yeah. Yep, looks like the law is being enforced without actually being enforced. We made a mistake, captured the bandits. So I would guess to be So it will be time to go to back to Rockland, and this time with a less friendly intentions. So I guess actually no, it doesn't. It only takes a few seconds to walk there, even with the fights. So it would not be a big deal to bother to travel there. So just stomping around the world map again. And I made a mistake of putting Victor at the wrong place of the team. But that's easily fixed. Now I'm here in the Rockland. Let's have a chat with that guy. Yep, that's a quite good name. Alright, all kinds of things going on. Oh. Oh yeah, IT, and there's the guy. Let's have a chat with him. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's something like putting somebody to hang over like that and let them starve to death. It's not technically execution without any kind of trial. It's just accidents do happen, you know. People kind of just mysteriously starve to death. Victor play is quite, you could say, operates quite effectively. Yeah, let's put a little fire at the corner of the building. Which I also remember, so we have joked about a guy has a barn on fire, and the neighbor asks, has the fire gotten loose? And the guy says, oh, I wish it would, but it's stuck in this building. But there's soldiers around here, so just smack them out of existence. And loot some medical supplies. More of these grunts. I do say that what the field shows about these characters might not be what the fight makes you face. There might be more characters at fight. You might see two guys at the field and way less. Yeah, but this was something like a bit bigger enemy encounter. Gremio just doesn't seem to be much of a good character in this thing, that how much damage he takes. Or that character had, or that guy just had a big talent for dodges. Chest plate, which is to say piece of armor. I'll check. I wonder, can he wear it? Actually, he can, but didn't boost it much. But still, a little bit is better than nothing. But now he got a good critical hit. Yeah, Gremio's at a poor shape, but nothing really which can be solved with some medical stuff. And this Rockland's basic music is quite cheerful at least when compared to the other events going on. But treasure chests, just as the game genre demands. Full power and bunch of cards. Yeah. And once again, do a little bit of scatter the damage around. And the guy with a bow can't do a counter attack. Yeah, and because this game is it does have a lot of playable characters, obviously characters that join the team. There really is quite impossible to say. There really is something that characters who are just better than the others. But there they are. Sidonia is still laughing, and Varkas. So, well, that little fix of a mistake happened, so time to return, and there's Grady. That's quite colorful. Red. Yeah, Grady was quite corrupt and incompetent. Well, it's more like a case of when there's a whip, there's a way. So, once again, some sort of quasi-heroic deed has been achieved. So it is time to actually get back to the Liberation Army and see what's going on. Well, at least there's a big number of cockroaches to just get rid of. Using an axe to kill an ant. Somebody might call it overkill. Somebody else might call it just enough kill, not enough kill. Well, but that was done. I think that, well, the fact that, David wears primary colors, of course, tends to mark him as a heroic character, but he does have this green headband with a purple, so it's kind of spins both around character theme, which is, of course, fits this game quite, not with a, you could say, much more of a moral gray. There's, well, the Imperials are been shown to be corrupt, but not in something you say you just a inhuman level corrupt and unpleasant. Well, the Empire has already turned against us, so... That's actually a... Well, the Imperial Army has already did something of a boot, gave us already a boot, so... Odessa joins the crew, and she's by the back row and uses a bow, so no need to switch the team anymore. So the basic policy of stay and save, and then start to travel towards the Mount Tiger Wolf. Not in here, kind of. And interestingly enough, this was, well, it wasn't the first JRPG that appeared at PlayStation 1, but it was, you could say, one of the one which actually wanted to show that, yep, this is a new platform, it's gonna do new things. It's gonna upgrade the genre, which had already been quite well codified in 16-bit era. Yep, once again, more of these wilderness stage with treasure chests and this nice music. And I do say that the improved field graphics are just so nice looking. And some critters. Victor isn't particularly fast, but he's got quite hefty blow striking ability, so he's very much of a physical attacker. Although this game doesn't have that much of fancy trickeries about party roles and things like that. I've got gloves, nice little set pieces. And killer rabbits. Oh yeah, they are quite vicious. I say they are vicious little buggers that they are. And they were quite big crew, which means that they gave me a bit of a damage dent. It's something like telling about the, you could say that, of the console era of these, that you could say I would say that the, as much as sound design of the games, that what kind of sounds can be put to the games in level of technically, as in to say sound tracks, quality of sounds. PlayStation 1 was the one where actually you could say, or any kind of sounds could be put into a game. Very realistic sounds, chip sounds, everything like that. They could all be used. So you could say that consoles perfected sounds very early nowadays. When you look at now, over almost 30 years, about 40 years of video gaming going on. That guy looks quite shady. There's the haircut. That doesn't look like him, it looks like a bar. Let's get going. Yeah, Victor is not somebody who's gonna so-called spit into glass. I don't know, was that a correct term? Oh, so of course I could be just postponing, but it's a case of plot. So let's just drink it, despite it being bitter. Oh, old-fashioned trick. That's quite fast acting one. Oh. Might be something that Kessler might be something that he might have been actually murdering people and looting them, not just poisoning them and then stealing them. Judging by the fact that there's a need for special antidote. Beep. Bunch of rabbits. Or seeing that how vicious the rabbits here are. Oh, yep, that was, you could say, a little bit event of plot. Let's have a chat with these guys as well. Yep, the poison, make it more thoroughly efficient poison. Now, as I actually look about the basic walking cycle, it doesn't have many animation frames, but it is, you could say, quite well. It's actually completely functional, knowing that this game has to have lots of animation frames in it to animate all these characters in combat and all that. So it can be completely understood why the field animation is very simplistic. Even with these upgrades, I would say there might be something like a 6 to 7 frames. Not many animation frames on the basic walk cycle, and of course then there would be the mirrored version when you're going left or right. Yeah, they're dead. Lots of these antiques. They are just ornamental items, which will be applied later. I know I got these killer slimes. There would be some nice treasure loot over there. Clone orb. That would be very quite handy special attack available to Victor, or actually to almost every other character, but I think I'm using it at Victor because Victor doesn't become much of a magical attacker, and the fact that you can only have one spinning the words, trying to find them. One item, one rune per character. So sequel would improve it. It's kind of difficult, but going to here, Saradi. Small town at the armpit of the mountains. Not much of... Yep. Even with a, you could say, slightly limited hardware of this era and this game, you can really see that how ludicrously small place this is. There's quite a lot of... And the fact that characters have limited amount of inventory space makes it hoarding resources, you could say, quite inconvenient occasionally. I had to sell out one. But here I am. Bought some handy stuff. There's this guy. Not that big. Although such kind of character, 10-foot tall giant woman, would not be impossible to imagine in this game. But there's the inn. So let's just stay here. Yeah, Victor snores. Oh. I don't know. Odessa is that's foreshadowing. Oh. Yep, looks like Mr. Kage is very mercenary. As in that, no qualms about accepting a contract against something. Yeah, and Odessa is quite something like a, you might say, innuendo. But it would be actually now time to save the game, and next time once I return to this game it will be at Lenankamp, just to see where the plot might be going over there. See ya next time. See ya.